Yo, what's going on, guys? It's someone that's no one here today. Back with another video, back with another smoke sesh. Let's get it. Today we're going to be talking about, does weed make you more introverted? This is something I've basically been dealing with, like, I guess you can say ever since I fucking started smoking, really. Because it can make you feel some type of way, and we'll get into that. And I'm going to go through some tips and tricks that I've done or encountered, or things that you can do basically to help you out with your situation if this is a problem for you. And this isn't for everyone also, and we'll also get into that as well. But without further ado, we got some lemon drop right now. If you're curious about the strain, we got a train bong also. So if you want to join us, feel free to. But without further ado, let's light up. Now let's get into this. So this is probably a problem for you because you have to interact with people. You know, you're in a social situation and you're trying to talk. Maybe there's some new people here and there or whatever, or just whatever, some people you haven't talked to in a minute or something like that, and you just kind of go blank or zone out. And this shit sucks because, you know, you're trying to talk to people, you know, there's a conversation going on, you know. Are you going to be just kind of like that awkward person sitting there out, not in the conversation or something like that? And I've been in this situation sometimes before in the past, and it can fucking suck because you don't necessarily want to present yourself as just kind of like quiet or like shy or whatever. It's not necessarily because you're actually those things, it's because it could be this marijuana doing it to you and promoting it. But what I've come to realize about it, and I see, because it's not just everyone who experiences this, it really comes down to like how you interact with marijuana, and you got to know just how you are, and it's just learning about yourself, really. But regardless, let's get into some of the reasons or some of the things you can do to help prevent this. So one thing I've noticed is it could be your tolerance. If you're not someone who actually smokes, you know, that often, this could definitely play a huge factor, because you just may end up, you know, fried, and you might not necessarily even want to talk to or interact with new people and just put that effort in, and maybe it just floors you on your ass, and that could be the fucking reason. I also noticed that it seems more likely if it's my first time smoking in that day compared to later in the day, just because I would get more high earlier in the day. But this also depends on your personality type. I'm naturally a fucking introvert, so yeah, it's already, you know, going hand in hand. You know, it's going to bring that out of me even more, I think. And with an extrovert, you probably don't have this issue, I'm guessing. You may have this issue, but it depends on, I guess, what your personality is. From what I've seen, though, with my extroverted friends, they tend to be extroverted. With my introverted friends, they do lean more towards an introverted side, but again, it could be an effect on your tolerance and stuff like that. And I know my introverted friends have become more accustomed to it, and they can interact. That is something you can do or try, like I just mentioned. But you gotta know you, like, for real. Go take a personality test. If you don't really know, like, if you're an extrovert or introvert, I still recommend finding out what your personality type is, so you know exactly, and just to figure more about yourself too. Then what also plays a factor is your social setting. So are you hanging just with, let's say, your fucking brother or your best friend or something? You're probably not going to act out of whack when you're with them. I'm guessing it's just more easier to go with the flow with people you're already flowing with normally. But with new people, it can kind of put you on edge it can have you overthinking in that you present yourself in a idiotic way or something, or you just get these stupid thoughts that really aren't rational in that very moment because you're overthinking. And you may just be kind of focused like on your behavior, on how to interact around this new person and what boundaries there are and things like that. That could also be a factor. You may be just focused on that instead. But I think you got to realize that weed is, pretty thought provocative. Weed's been known to cause anxiety, paranoia in people where they're thinking about the stupidest things that may happen. Weed can just bring those feelings out of you. And if you got those feelings, obviously, you're not, best suited for a social situation. And also, I think weed kind of helps you think about what you want and what you deem as important. I know, like, people can relate to me when I say this, but where they just kind of think back on things or think about their current situation and think about things that they could be doing better or care about more necessarily. And for me, I don't necessarily like being in social situations all the fucking time. I like to be doing shit. I like to be productive and shit, not just chatting away about whatever, just chilling all the time. That's just not me, and I think weed kind of helps me realize that more, and that I just rather do more. Maybe weed's telling you, you don't necessarily want to be in these situations actually, and you would be happy elsewhere doing something else. Maybe reading a book or fucking writing something or painting or some creative ass shit. That's basically what I'm getting at though. Oh, another thing that I have noticed, it could be the type of bud. I've noticed, sativas, since they're more head highs, they may be more inclined to be more thought provocative and bring on those feelings of anxiety and paranoia. Because I have noticed with an indica, like, I'm not really so worried about stuff. I'm just, I guess, more chilled back, and that can be due to the body high. I'm not exactly sure, but that's all I think I really want to mention in this video. But if you guys can relate to this, let me know, like, what your experience with it is, or tips or tricks, like, in ways that you handle it. That would be, awesome from you guys. But if you got any suggestions for a new idea for a smoke sesh, something you want me to talk about or some shit, drop it below and I'll happily do it for you. And check out my social medias, the Snap, the Twitter, and I post updates on there if you guys are curious. Snap is more kind of get more in touch with me though, but it's up to you guys. So subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like the video, all that shit. You guys already know. It's been someone that's no one, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.